Day 1, day 2, day 4, 8,
13,
day 14,
day 15,
day 17,
21, day 23, day 25, day 32, day 38, day 40, day 42. What day is it?
I don't know, 40 something?
45,
46,
Day 53,
55, day 58, day 59, day 62, 64, day 65, 66,
Day 68.
74, day 75.
Hey guys, Sarah here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing the last half of 75 Hard. We did it. I finished the 75 Hard challenge on Wednesday. It is currently Saturday. So if you are interested in hearing about the last half of the challenge from me, results, and then I'm also going to be answering some questions that you guys asked me on Instagram, keep watching. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe before you leave so you don't miss any of my future videos. All right, let's get into it. If you have not seen the first two videos I shared about 75 Hard, I will link them both down below in the bottom bar. There's one that is probably like 2 weeks in. I share what the challenge is, why I'm doing it, all of that. And then I did an update halfway through and I did check-ins and all of that. So those two videos will be posted below. And then today we're gonna go back in time from the time that the last video stopped, and I will take you through some check-ins and then I will answer the questions after that. So let's go back in time.
Day 52 dinner by Chef Cutie Fiance Adam.
Mandarin, orange.
Say it to them. What did you cook tonight, Chef?
Blackened chicken with Mandarin orange poppy seed dressing. Arugula, spinach, dried cranberries, toasted walnuts, and
Cranberries.
dried cranberries, and Parmesan cheese. I'll have the link below. You can click on that to get the recipe. Day 53. We're still out here, walking in the dark. We'll wrap up about 9:30.
Yeah.
Dedication.
Yeah. If I can do 75 Hard today, maybe I should do this clip when it's late when we get home.
All right, we just got back from our walk. It is 9:33. And I am so tired. What I was going to say earlier is, if I can do 75 Hard today, you can definitely do it. I sat in the car. I had to go to Pennsylvania to meet my mom because she was in New York, and bring her home so that she didn't have to get on an airplane. So I was in the car for a little bit over 12 hours today. And I got up early, did my workout. I drank all of my water, stuck to my diet. I have to read my 10 pages before bed, but if I can do it on a day like today, you can definitely do it. Good night, babe.
Day 55. And it stopped raining.
This is the second walk of the day.
Yeah. We're on our second walk. I've had a headache. This is the third day in a row that I've had a headache, which is really annoying. So, any words of wisdom?
Don't walk in the rain.
Yeah. All right. It is day 58, 75 Hard. Day, I don't know how many, of self-quarantine. But we're on our walk. Day 59. You're not gonna say anything?
Day 59.
It snowed this morning, but it's melted and it's not bad out.
It's not warm.
No, but it's not freezing. We have 16 days left. Day 62. We did, well, I did a no coat walk yesterday and today, just a sweatshirt and a long sleeve. How are you feeling?
It's nice to be outside.
Yeah. What day of quarantine is this for us?
10.
Is it?
Yeah.
Ugh. Day 64, potentially.
What do you mean potentially it is?
I thought you said you weren't sure.
No, I didn't say that.
Oh, okay, day 64. It's very misty, so my glasses are getting all wet. How are you feeling?
But
Yeah. It's actually not that cold out though.
it's 50.
We have 12 days left. Day 65. 10 more days. And it is beautiful out. It's about to be like how fast of winds?
25 to 30 mile an hour.
Yeah.
40 mile an hour gusts.
Yeah. So we're out here earlier than normal to take advantage of the sun.
All right, guys, it is day 66, which is insane. If you've been following along the whole time, you know that I have this checklist. Each page is 30 days. So I had 2 full pages and then also a half a page. I'm down to the half a page, which is just mind-blowing. I wasn't sure I would get here, but I have. The checklist has been such a lifesaver. I will link it down below so you can download it yourself if you want to. This is what it looks like. I just put the starting date of each column so I didn't get mixed up, because when I first started it was really easy to remember what day I was on, and then as it's gone on I'm like, what day are we on now? So this has definitely helped me. And then it just a little like insight into how I'm feeling. We are quarantined right now. It's been like just over 2 weeks. So I had a really bad day, like one day last week, I believe it was. And I will say that I thought that I was just above having like these cravings for junk food and all of that. I am not. The entire day, all I wanted to do was like eat my feelings away. So that kind of put it into perspective that this is something that I'm going to have to practice long term. This isn't like I'm gonna do this for 75 days and then be completely like fixed from this. It's something that you have to continue to work on. So I actually think that I might do this again later in the year, maybe. We'll see. But I'm feeling really good. I have more energy. I kind of feel like doing all of these things every day is just part of my life now. It's not easy, and there's definitely still days that it's like daunting to get it done. Absolutely. But it's almost like I wake up and just feel like I have a few hours worth of things that I have to do, which I never felt like I had before. So yeah, I don't know. I'm actually considering just continuing on after this so that I don't fall into like a bad situation. Since we are quarantined, I feel like it'd be really easy for me to just start being lazy and eat junk food and all of that. So I'm considering it. I just don't know how long this is gonna go on for, so I don't know. We will see. But yeah, I'm feeling good. I haven't had a really hard day in a while. I am excited for the day that I can go and get a massage because my entire body hurts. I'm sore everywhere. I've been sore everywhere for a while. So that I'm really excited for. I'm excited to be able to go to the actual gym again instead of doing all of my workouts at home. So there's definitely going to be fun things that I'm able to do after the quarantine is over. But for now, things are still going well, and I am almost done.
Day 66.
At least it's not day 66.
Okay. We have 9 more days.
Yep. Day 68. 1 week remaining.
Is that it?
Sarah says we're biking tomorrow.
Yeah, we're gonna go for a bike ride instead of walking.
We're gonna ruin our streak.
For
No
good.
more walking.
For good reason. For biking. I think it's gonna be like 60 and sunny tomorrow and on Friday, so we're gonna hopefully be able to finish the challenge with a couple bike rides in. Day 74. How are you feeling?
Like it's sunny.
It's so nice out. This is so much better than day 1.
One more day. And then we're never walking again.
It's not true. And then we're probably still gonna walk every single day to get out of the house. Day 75. What do you have to say?
She made it. She hasn't finished the day though.
Is that it?
Good job.
Cannot believe the day came, and I am so thankful. It is unbelievably nice out today. Perfect for our last walk.
Day 76. An unnecessary walk with high winds and snow. It's about 40 degrees outside.
Why did we do this?
All right, like I said, I finished on Wednesday. Today is Saturday. So I'm just going to pull up the questions, and then if there's anything else that I think is relevant that I don't answer in the questions, I will share that as well. So one person asked, how much weight did you lose? I ended up losing about 12 pounds, and full disclosure, I had not weighed myself before this challenge probably in about 5 years. I had no idea how much I weighed, and I didn't even weigh myself at the beginning of the challenge. I weighed myself, I think, like 10 or 15 days in. Let me see. No, I weighed myself about 5 days in, and then I lost about 12 pounds. So I had watched a few videos on the challenge, and I saw all of these people talking about how they lost 20 pounds. So I was like fully in on the whole 20 pound situation, and that just was not the case for me. So I hadn't weighed myself yet. Now I'm upset that I didn't lose more, and I feel like I'm attached to that number of it not being 20 because that's what I expected, and I feel disappointed about it. But on the same token, I did weight training almost every single day, and I can see so much more muscle definition. So I know that I've been building muscle, and muscle weighs more than fat. So I'm trying really hard not to be attached to the number of pounds that I lost when I know my body has changed. The shorts that I was wearing last year, Adam looked at them and he was like, you cannot wear those this year. They look ridiculous on you. So I ordered a size down. Those ones are a little bit too big, so I ordered another size down, and those ones fit. So obviously I definitely have like lost inches. It's just that I haven't necessarily lost, I guess, as much weight as I was expecting. This is the most asked question, is does it seem doable for someone that works a full-time job outside of the home? The answer is yes. So no matter how you look at it, this challenge is hard. The hardest part about it is the time commitment. So I obviously work from home, so I do have some flexibility as far as what time I do my workouts, but I work way more than the full-time job hours that most people work. So it's just that I get up, I start working immediately, and then maybe I'll do a workout during the day, and then I go back to work. I work at night, I work evenings, I work weekends. Like, I work way more hours than a full-time job. It's just that mine is kind of broken up differently. I do think that it's doable. I think it's very hard. That's the whole point of it. 75 hard, it's a very hard challenge. So it's just about dedication. You can do one of your workouts before work if you want to get up earlier. One of the days I said it in one of the check-ins that I had to go to Pennsylvania to get my mom before it was like when the craziness was starting, and she was trying to get home from New York visiting my sister, and she didn't want to get on an airplane and go through that whole thing, so she ended up renting a car. I met her in Pennsylvania. I was in the car for over 12 hours that day. I got up super early, got my first workout in, drank a bunch of my water right away because I knew I'd have some time and I'd hopefully be able to pee a little bit before I got on the road. And I did my second workout. Adam and I walked outside when I got home. It was late, it was dark, I was hungry, I was tired, but it's doable. So it's just whether or not you're fully dedicated to doing the challenge and making the sacrifices that you have to make in order to finish it. Okay, a couple people asked if I'm going to do it again. So I don't know that I'll do it again like anytime soon. There are 3 more phases to it. So it's 75 hard, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. I think I might do phase 2 after we get married if our wedding happens. So that is potentially like the time frame, which would be like later in the year. I'm a little bit undecided about it. I certainly think that I will do some sort of challenge like this again. I might actually just do 75 hard. Like I can see myself doing 75 hard once a year for sure. I think it's really good to kind of get your brain right, get your mind thinking the way that you want it to, realign on all of your goals and all of that. So yes, I can see myself doing it again, but I'm not gonna just start doing it again right away. Tons of people asked, will you continue doing any of the 75 hard activities regularly? Are you sticking with any of the program? What parts are you planning to continue now that it's over? So just to recap, the things that you have to do are, you have to drink a gallon of water, read 10 pages of a nonfiction self-development book, work out twice a day. Each of them have to be 45 minutes and one has to be outside. Take a progress photo and stick to a diet that is going to push you towards your goals. So out of those things, I'm not doing the progress photo anymore and I'm not reading anymore. I really enjoyed the reading at the beginning, but once the ending kind of came, I was really sick of the reading. I think most of it is because self-development books are the genre of books that I love the most. So I had already read the books that I had wanted to read from that genre. I know there's millions of books out there, but the ones that I was really interested in, I had already read. So I was trying to find new books, and the last book that I was reading during the challenge, I just wasn't that into. So I don't have any books in that genre that I'm really excited to read right now. So I think for that reason, for now, I'm not gonna do the reading. I also haven't been doing a daily progress photo, although I do think that I'll probably do a weekly or bi-weekly progress photo going forward, just so that I can continue to see what progress I'm making. I'm sorry if the lighting is changing. I'm in my office. I always have unpredictable lighting in here just because there's so many windows and the sun keeps going behind clouds and out of it, so I apologize if the lighting is crazy. Anyway, I have continued with the water. It's almost not even on purpose. I'm not tracking it. If I don't finish it and it's 10 p.m., I'm not going to force myself to finish it, but I've just naturally been drinking it because it feels good and I feel so thirsty if I don't drink it. I've been drinking over a gallon of water for probably about a month now. And before that I was drinking the full gallon, but nothing more than that. Now I'm just really thirsty. So yeah, I think that I'll continue that. It's really good for you. There's no reason not to continue that. So that I've continued. The diet, for the most part, I had my first drink last night and I just had one drink. I'm not going to restrict my alcohol intake because I don't drink that much anyway, so I don't find that there's a reason to restrict the alcohol. And then as far as the food goes, I'm sticking to the diet, except I will have one cheat meal per week. And for now, that's what I'm gonna do. Maybe it'll change in the future, but for now, I feel like that's very realistic. And then I've also been working out. So you guys saw the update, day 76, we still went for our 45-minute walk. And then I did a half-hour workout instead of a 45-minute workout inside. And then yesterday, which was Friday, Adam did a workout with me. We just did a 30-minute workout and then we went for like a quick walk. It was probably like a 15-minute walk or something like that. So I'm still moving my body every day. My goal is to move my body for at least 30 minutes minimum every single day. And I'm kind of giving myself some grace with it because my body is sore and tired after not having a single day off for such a long period of time. So I do think that I'm going to continue working out every day. I know this is going to sound crazy, but I'm going to show you guys this. So I have an Apple Watch, and on your history, you can go through and see if you closed all of your rings, if you go to like the calendar mode of the activity app, and you can see where I started it. I started it on January 25th. So the 24th, I closed all of my rings, and like this is so spotty. But February, every single day, March, every single day, and April so far, every single day, I have closed all 3 of the rings. And I love the feeling of having the day done by closing all 3 rings. So I think that is actually really motivating to me. I know that's probably crazy for a lot of you, but for me, I just like to be able to like cross something off my list and finish the challenge. So that has been something that's been motivating me to continue staying active, especially because my job is a lot of sitting, filming while I'm sitting, editing while I'm sitting, making jewelry while I'm sitting. So because I'm not active in my job, I'm trying to be active by doing workouts every day. So as of now, those are the things that I am continuing on. Someone asked, did you find yourself getting tired of it the longer you did it or more motivated? And I would say probably more motivated. When I started it and like the first few days, I was like, this is gonna take me forever. I've not even hit like 10% of it yet. It is such a long challenge. I can't believe I committed to this. And then as time went on, I was like, wow, I'm halfway done. I'm 3/4 of the way done. I only have 10 days left or a week left or whatever that is. And I think it's more motivating because you're more invested in it. If you mess up any of the daily tasks, you have to start over. And so I think once you're a certain amount in, I mean, even like 10 days in, I would be mad if I messed it up. But once you're like halfway through or 3/4 of the way through, messing up is just not an option. So I feel like I was more focused and more motivated the longer time went on. Someone asked what the hardest part of the challenge was, and this was by far the time commitment of it. So because of the nature of what the tasks are, you can't just wake up and do everything right away. So it's just not feasible. And I think because of that, it's something that you are constantly thinking about all day long. So you might be able to take your progress photo, read, maybe do one of your workouts, drink a bunch of water, but I can almost guarantee you that even if you did both of your workouts back to back as soon as you woke up, you're not gonna have your gallon of water done with at that point. And if you do, like, kudos to you, but you can't cross off sticking to your diet until you go to sleep that night. So no matter how you look at it, even if you are superhuman and you finish everything within the first, 2 hours of waking up, you cannot cross off the list until you go to bed and, say that you have stuck to your diet. So that is kind of the part that is daunting, but also just the time commitment. It's 2 45-minute workouts, which is an hour and a half, not including showering after workout, getting dressed. In the winter, we were bundling up everything, all of that. And it also doesn't include reading your book, just the time commitment of drinking water alone. Like, I know that seems silly, but it's something you have to actually think about. And depending on what book it was, I could either read quickly. Sometimes it would take me quite a while to read the 10 pages because I just had to like reread things, or I wasn't focusing, or my mind was somewhere else. So all of those things are time commitments. Someone asked what the biggest takeaway was, and I would say for me personally, it was my mind is way stronger than I give it credit for. There's so many times before this started that I felt so out of control as far as food goes that if there was a treat sitting on the counter, I felt like I had to eat it just because it was there. And the reality is you don't have to. Like, even last night I had a drink and Adam was like, oh, are you gonna have another drink with me? I was like, nah, I don't feel like it, which is something I don't think I ever even took what I wanted into consideration when I was thinking about eating or drinking or any of that. I just did things out of habit. So if there was a treat there, I just ate it because I was used to eating a treat if it was there. It tastes good, why wouldn't I? Now I feel really strong in the way of being able to say I don't need that or want it, so I'm not going to have it. So that has definitely been the biggest takeaway. My brain is way stronger than I have ever given it credit for. Someone asked, was it worth it? How did you stick to it for 75 days? I definitely think it was worth it. I feel like I have so much more willpower. I feel more confident. I feel like I am not breaking promises to myself anymore. I've been working harder. I've been more productive. I have more energy. I'm drinking more water. My skin, minus the fact that I'm trying out a skincare product that has completely messed up my skin. But before that, my skin was clearer. My eyes were whiter. My everything. I feel like the benefits of it have been so amazing. The fact that I had the energy to work out twice a day for 75 days straight, and that part of it actually continued to get easier. My body got more and more used to doing it. Yeah, I think the benefits of it are insane. If you're willing to actually stick to it, I certainly think it's worth it. As far as how I stuck to it for 75 days, I created the checklist, which I have sitting here, and I will link this below. I actually made it into a PDF so that you could download it and print it if you want to do the challenge too. But this has 30 days on each page, so it's 2.5 pages. This is the half, and it's 2 full pages. And I just made the checklist of everything that you have to do each day so that it's easy to check off. You don't miss any of the things that you have to do and accidentally mess it up. And I think this was just one of those things, I set my mind to it. I have been wanting to change for a long time. I didn't know what to do. I just felt stuck and I felt out of control. I've tried on my own to change my diet, for instance, and I feel like my environmental factors have always influenced me, and I never had the power to take my power back from that, and this gave me the tools to do it. I think that because this is a mindset thing, it's not just a physical transformation. That is what really helped me stick to it. I knew that I was in it for that, and then if there were physical byproducts, then great, but I wasn't necessarily doing it strictly for that or strictly to like get in shape, because Andy Frisella, the founder of this, has straight up said like there's way easier ways to get in shape than this. This is not what you have to do to get in shape. So I think for me it was, I knew that I had to change the way my brain was working, and I knew that this had the opportunity to do that. So that is why I did it. And I think just knowing that 75 days in the grand scheme of even a year is not that long. I just kept reminding myself of that, and it helped me get through it. Someone asked, anything you wish you had done differently from the start or wish you knew sooner? And honestly, I don't think that there is. I kind of went into it pretty prepared. I made this checklist on day one because I know myself and I know how I'm motivated by getting things crossed off of my list. So I knew that having a physical checklist would be really, really helpful for me. So I had that taken care of. I would say, if I was giving advice to somebody who's starting, I would say figure out what that is that will help you, whether that's an app, one of those apps that helps you cross things off your list, or if it's a physical list, if you want to print this out, whatever that is to help you be reminded. I also wrote out my diet restrictions and put it on my fridge. So every time I opened my fridge, I saw it. Every single time I passed by my fridge, I saw it. So I was constantly reminded, and I think it was like seeping into my brain. So that I think helped me. And then I also bought all of the books that I was going to read before I started the challenge. So I knew if I started reading a book and it wasn't resonating with me, I could start reading a different one. I wanted to take away the factors that would make me stop doing this. As far as like the working out and all of the drinking the water, it's one of those things that it's just, you'll get into a groove, you'll learn how to do it. The water, certainly try and get it out of the way as early as you can, because if not, you'll be up all night peeing, and that is not fun. There were a couple nights that I didn't finish it until way too late and totally regretted it. So that is something that obviously you can do, but really there's no way to fully prepare for this, and you have no way of even like mentally preparing for it. Somebody said, what are you most excited about now that it's over? I guess maybe that I don't have to do all of these things. So I have been swamped with work. I'm trying to keep my businesses afloat. If you don't know, I am a small business owner, and obviously everything that's going on in the world is taking quite a toll on that. So I'm working twice as hard right now trying to keep my businesses afloat. So I think the extra time commitment of 75 hard, and then also working more, and you know, also just like the mental stuff that's going on with what's going on in the world, it takes a toll on us personally. So I think just knowing that I don't have to do all of these things if I don't want to is kind of just a relief. But honestly, I thought the food was going to be by far the hardest part, and I have not had a cheat meal yet. I'm not craving anything. I had one drink last night, but I'm sure at some point I'll have something, but that part of it hasn't really been as hard as I thought it would be. So yeah, I think I'm just relieved that I finished it, I guess. All right, this is getting so long. If you guys have other questions, leave them for me down below in the comments. If you want me to do another video about this, like the top 10 things I learned, or you know, the tips and tricks that I would say if you're thinking about doing this challenge, something like that, let me know. I'd be happy to film another video on it now that I am done with it. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave so you don't miss any of my future videos, and I will see you in my next one. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, guys.